There's some other digital consoles that only allow you to fader link odd to even.
Oh, you mean like pairing channels?
Yeah,
is what
exactly,
you're
pairing faders. And I noticed
when would you do that?
Keyboards, stereo keys.
Okay.
Or how about where to put the hi-hat mic or the right mic so you can pair off your left and right overhead.
Exactly, yeah, because you have, if you could only go odd to even, you got to make sure, oh, well, wait a minute, I got to get this out. So that way you don't have to adjust parameters, EQ, and compression, for example, on the keyboard, which is essentially it's the same source list, just a left and right image.
As you can see here,
one.
if you go to here, so let's say the overhead, and you were just to tap right there, you got this right here, and you can select here. You can either go from 8 to 8, or 7 or 8, or 8 to 9. So you could go odd to even, or even to odd.
Up or down. Yes,
and so that's great. I mean, you know, it's little. What I love about it is things that we go, why is this way? We never thought about it, but now that the fact that somebody actually went in and thought about it and it helps us organize things a whole lot better, then we kind of go, why didn't everybody else do it this way?
Well, and I think I think some of it is Yamaha learning from themselves too, because it used to be that on the original digital Yamaha consoles, you could only do
if you wanted to
odd to
even, so you'd
so
always
those
have to
channels
move
had
your
to be
patches.
patched. Right, so then we'd end up patching things around. Well, now Yamaha says, oh, okay, well, maybe we could do both, and it's great. So
even how we're used to thinking, you know, we're used to have a knob for every function and just, you know, a bunch of deals and then a rack and all this stuff. But then the amount of visual feedback that we were getting, because we had meters for everything, we had a button for everything, we had this, and so the amount of, we knew right away we could walk up to a console and go, I know what's on, I know what's off, and I know what the meters are everywhere, you write this. And then we got into digital consoles and all that went away because there was just like, you know, a few knobs to address, you know, 80 inputs or whatever it was. And what I'm kind of taken away right now by is, A, the screen, B, how much visual feedback I'm getting right away. I mean, how I can organize the console, how clear the label is. You know, for most of this interview, I've been almost at 90 degrees to the screen, and I'm like, it looks great, you know. And using it yesterday, just being able to fly on it and relabel and just get on and get in and out and get to this and that. You know, never did I ever, you know, did you see me going, you know, that whole thing. And in the course of a concert, much less, you know, in church environment where you have a speaker, you have video playback, you have this, you have the band, you got this coming up. You know, somebody's sitting there going, you know, you just lost the first 3 words, you know. So,
and all 32 inputs are right here.
No banks, no scroll.
So you don't have to go through banks of 12 or 8 or nothing.
And then, you know, one other thing is that we've been talking about on the 5 level here on the TF5, we were looking at all the features, but that is, am I correct in saying that everything that's on here, it's available on the TF3 and on the TF1? So
the only thing that changes is the number of faders on the console, and the TF1 has a few less mixing channels capable. It's 32 channels where these are 48.
Right.
But it's the same software, the same user interface, the same experience.
If you made a mix on one of these, it would port right over.
So a smaller church that only has a few inputs could right away be on that. And
as a matter of fact, that little guy actually will rack mount, so you can put it in if you're in a portable situation. You want to be able to take it away every week.
Or to have one for your children's space or student space, and then have this one for the main auditorium.
Wow, that's a great point. When you start looking at it, having one for your children's space, one in your big church, one at your youth facility, in different sizes, to have that. Be able to train somebody early on.
And your same engineers can rotate.
Same guys are rotating.
And you
go to that
kind of
team building.
Yeah. And again, like that offline editor will allow you to really get good before you ever even need to get it from it.